get to go and spend some time in the beautiful day in Edinburgh, in the rooftop bar at the National Museum of Scotland. And if you don't know how to get there, then Bruce, who's got the very final remark, will reveal the map. So you have to stay. But thanks, everyone. I mean, what a day. I really want to just reflect back right as Mark did at the beginning, thinking about the Scottish Forum on Natural Capital being born in 2013 with the inaugural Climate Justice Conference held in Edinburgh. And at that conference, I was the SME representative, and I think Tom, who chaired earlier this afternoon, was probably the youth representative. So, you know, that was when natural capital thinking really began to sort of establish itself in Scotland. And until about 2021, a group of 150 organisations met regularly to discuss natural capital thinking and about how it could establish in Scotland. And what happened in 2021, of course, was that the Dasgupta review came out and put a price on biodiversity. And a number of us in that group knew that that was important. And as we entered COVID, we began to think about that, and we began meeting more regularly, of course, online. But as we did that thinking, we came and thought, well, why don't we make a challenge for ourselves? Why don't we call ourselves the Scottish Conservation Finance Project and try and work out how to bring some money into the natural capital sector to pay for some of this biodiversity. So that's what we did. We did thinking. We made videos that helped people understand what we were doing. And we gave ourselves this £1 billion challenge for nature ambition. And, you know, the video, the route map, it's wonderful to go back and see. It's almost like modern history now, but it was a great kind of coming together and a great challenge for us all. So we're now at 2026, over 1,000 people involved in some of those route maps to £1 billion. And by the way, William, you're not getting half of that for the rainforest. We're going to have to divvy it up more fairly. The forum has obviously consistently supported all of those journeys of those route maps and of these new projects and ideas. And the hubs have emerged more or less since COVID, as we got more used to working online and collaborating online. And these are led by volunteers. They have brought together focused interest, you know, sustainable land management, for natural capital, marine natural capital, digital enablers, hubs have all also emerged. And they bring together the strength of what we've got here, and that is our community. We are communities of practice. We are ecologists and environmental professionals creating projects with robust science and data. We're communities of place, the areas hosting these restoration projects with new jobs emerging, health and well-being impacts being seen in local communities. And we're communities of interest, so people understanding nature as a cultural and spiritual asset, and others newly understanding nature as an economic asset underpinning all of the capitals that Scotland needs for us to live well in. So we've been sharing the lessons, we've been sharing the business models, we've been sharing the contracts, the stories, the films of ambition, and we've been having in-person debates, presentations to Parliament, engagement sessions, millions of webinars and consultations. So our plot of optimism continues, and we now map our way towards the positive future of 2030. And that's the URL to that original video. And of course, who are the characters in that plot? Well, it's us. No one else is doing it, it's us. And we are so grateful, I am so grateful for each and every one of you. You have shown great commitment to the cause to each other. And we are now a sector. And one of the weird things about the sector is that it spans from farmers to financiers, from ecologists to economists, and we don't speak each other's language, but we're giving it a really good go, aren't we? And events like this help us understand that. So we've definitely kind of come together as a troupe. We've rehearsed a lot of things, we've rehearsed a lot of discussions, and we are now a company, a sector, without those borders between each other. And so I challenge us all to kind of keep staying a part of it and keep having these discussions. We do create a bit of spectacle. You do need a small budget to keep a little bit of solidity and style, even in an amateur production like the Scottish Forum. Our budget is small, but it supports the Secretariat services of the Scottish Wildlife Trust, and many, many thanks to them throughout the years of the Forum for creating such amazing value for us through a few technical elements like Basecamp, like a LinkedIn page, like the YouTube channel, and of course, sorry, I'm aside behind myself, the technical elements. And then, you know, we've been doing really well in the last year as well. We've reached those targets of over 1,000 and improvements in Basecamp. If you aren't on Basecamp, please do join. That's where the calendars and the webinars and all of that happens. And then the website as well. These slides will come out to you so you can use the QR codes or just look up the URLs, have all of the resources on demand. So what else does this say? I can't see that. So my glasses are 2 years old. They're utterly useless. You'll have to see what that says. Sorry, I can't read it. But I think that brings me to the end of my part. Bruce, do you want to come up and do the most important part?
Yeah, great. Thanks very much, Hannah. I promise this absolutely is the very last words. If you've been affected by what Hannah's said and you have got a little bit of money left before year end, please come and see me. I will help you spend that through the Scottish Forum of Natural Capital. I'm serious about that. Yeah, so I'm doing the thanks, and there is a lot of thanks to give, particularly to Sally. So thank you very, very much, Sally. It's been good, a trailblazer. And obviously, Hannah has done an outstanding amount of work. Our co-chair Colin as well. So thank you both to them. So much voluntary work has gone into this event. The steering group, the leadership group, as I refer to it now, Mark securing this wonderful venue and all the help you've given around that. And then the sort of poison chalice of thanking people as I now start to forget all the people who I should be thanking. But if you've contributed in any way, we really do thank you. Yeah, I've spent the last few weeks speaking at party conferences about all the problems that we face and how important nature is, and this has been well better than any of the party conferences. So I have a really hopeful event, which has been nice. So I think that is basically on to where do we go now. Fantastic venue. If you've not been there before, do not stop at Cheverino's Pizza, despite me endorsing that at all our times. Do not stop at Alanda's Gelato. Go straight over to the museum. I'm going to wait outside just at the foyer bit there for about 5 minutes. If you want to follow me, you're absolutely welcome to, and I'll just walk straight to the entrance. Thank you very much for coming and supporting the event, and please keep up with the Basecamp.